In this video, I'll show you how to build your first WordPress website. My name is Jake, and together, I'll take you all the way from finding the right platform for your website, to hosting your site, to selecting a domain name, to building your WordPress website today. Why use WordPress? As a professional content creator, I've been using WordPress to publish content for years. But don't just take my word for it. WordPress powers an astonishing 43% of all websites across the world. 43%! It was, and still is, the best choice for me for a bunch of reasons. For this video, I'll be using Elementor hosting for WordPress. It's the fastest and safest way to get your first WordPress website off the ground. So, what's hosting? Basically, it's like renting space in a building, but instead, this space is reserved for your website's media and content on the web. It's hard to believe, but there are still some hosting companies, and I'll call them old world, where you need to install WordPress, then install SSL, which adds a layer of security to your website, and then add other services. We'll be using a new world method, which is perfect for WordPress beginners. Elementor hosting for WordPress. Elementor hosting comes with everything you need for your website pre-installed. You'll see what I'm talking about once we get started creating our first WordPress website. Designing your website. WordPress requires every website to have a theme. Themes control the look and feel of your WordPress website. Customizing a theme can be complicated, and this is why page builders emerged. A page builder offers more design control and flexibility when creating your site. Page builders generally have a drag and drop feature, making building a website more intuitive and visual without the need for code. Some page builders, such as Elementor Pro, give you even more control by letting you design every single part of your website. We'll be using Elementor hosting for WordPress, which already comes with the Elementor Pro page builder pre-installed. So that's perfect for us. Plugins and features. So, what is a plugin anyway? WordPress plugins extend the functionality of a WordPress website and add new capabilities. There are plugins for backups, security, performance, forms, pop-ups, and so many more. Using Elementor hosting for WordPress together with Elementor Pro plugin covers all these other plugins and more. Fewer plugins means less time and energy wasted on managing your plugins and worrying about plugin compatibility. Right, now that we've got a plan, let's get your website up and running. After going through the purchase process, we can get straight to work on our website. We'll name it Reborn. This is a temporary domain name provided by Elementor hosting, which we can use until we're ready to connect our own domain. Here, in the Elementor kit library, you'll find beautiful and elegant designs as well as functional kits for almost any type of website. Today, we'll be building a website for a social media consultant. Before designing or looking for inspiration for your website, you should know which pages you'll need. Let's click View Demo and take a closer look at this wedding kit. This design for a wedding photographer is quite sophisticated. There's a home page, a gallery page, and an about page. You can see what it looks like on mobile too. I'll apply this kit. And I'll apply all so I can use everything in the kit. Okay, our kit is now live on our website. Let's take a look. Fantastic! You can see that it came with all the assets and all the copy. You don't have to worry if this color isn't your brand style. We'll come back to that later, and I'll show you a trick on how to fully customize your kit to your own brand language by changing just a few settings. But first, we'll go back to the WordPress dashboard and learn about the essentials of WordPress. Here's a quick link to Elementor customer support, if you need help or have any questions for WordPress Elementor experts. We've got the top bar here. It has the website name, and clicking it and holding the Command or Control key opens it in a new tab. But we will return to our dashboard. Here you can see the comment section. Add new, which can be a post, page, media, etc. Site lock mode. Here's a howdy for my user, and only I can see this when I'm logged in. Here's the tab where you can see all your posts or add new ones. Clicking here will take you to your media library to add new media assets, pages, comments, all the Elementor settings, templates, saved templates, and the theme builder. So you have appearance, themes, plugins, users, tools and settings, and if you add more plugins, their controls will show up on the left here. Okay, let's start with pages. All of our pages that came with the kit are listed here. If you hover over on the title of a page, you will see the link to edit with Elementor and a drop-down with more options. To add a new page, click Add New here on top of the page. You can add a title. Click Save. And now we've landed a blank page with a canvas that we can build upon. I'll first exit the editor by clicking this icon and selecting Exit. And from Pages, I will go to the Global Styles page. Each kit comes with a Global Style page. The Global Styles page gives us all the colors and typography settings. So you will see that it is used throughout the kit that we are using, and it's customizable. As you change it, you'll see how it affects all the places the specific setting is used. You can copy and paste the style. It's a very functional page, it's really great. But let's first change the colors. Go to Site Settings, click on Global Colors, and as you can see, these names match the names that appear here, and the colors also match as well. So if I would change the background color 1, for example, to pink, you will see that it will be reflected here. Awesome, right? So I'll use another color for this secondary background color. Let's do this. On every website you'll ever build, black, white, and transparent will always be useful, so I highly recommend keeping them. Next, I'll change the primary, secondary, and body text. And my accent color will be the same as well. I'll update it and move on to the global fonts. Although these global fonts used in the kit look okay, we want to add a little playfulness. So I'm going with Bangers font. Let's make it 60 pixels, line height 65 pixels. I'll set the letter spacing to 4. Okay, you can see it changed here. Great. Next, let's set the secondary headline. I want to use another elegant font family, Playfair Display. Next, we have custom fonts. Alright, are you ready to see the updated homepage? Click to return to the editor. Now click Exit and head back to the WordPress dashboard. Click the link to view the front end of our website and ta-da! As you can see, all the fonts and colors have been changed already. Awesome! Now we just have to change our content. So click Edit with Elementor to start editing our homepage. I can go ahead and edit the header by clicking directly here. Because we haven't uploaded our own logo yet, we see this default one. We can change the site logo by clicking this button, and it will take us to Site Identity. You can update your site logo by choosing an image from the image library or uploading your own. Alright, let's remove this. Another option is using our site title instead of a site logo. Let's drag it in. As you can see, the site title already matches our branding. You can, of course, change the size to smaller, reduce the spacing. Now, under Content, the link is set to the site URL. That means every time a visitor clicks on it, they'll be directed to the home page. Next, we have the menu that displays links to pages on our website. The primary menu is selected. To edit it, click here. Now we can see which pages are under the primary menu. Click here to create a new one. We'll give it a name. Let's name it Demo Menu. And I'll click Create Menu. Next, I'll choose which pages to put in my menu. I'll switch to view all pages. And let's choose the home page, contact, gallery, and kind words. I'll click Add to Menu, and there they are. The items can be rearranged simply by dragging and dropping them. I want the contact page to be at the bottom. I just want to quickly review all the options here. If you have posts, you will see them here. You can add them directly to your menu. You can do the same with categories. It's also possible to create a custom link for an external link, for example. Just type a URL, customurl.com, and add text, external. This is an example URL, of course. As you can see, the item external is added to our menu, and we have an indication that it's a custom link. In order to remove an item, you just expand it by clicking the down arrow and clicking Remove. I'll change the text here to Portfolio. Once you have your menu, click here to save it. And again, if you want to edit an existing menu, select it from the drop-down and click Select to start editing it. Change the text to Portfolio once more. If you recall, we got to the menu via the Elementor editor. So let's return to editing our header with the primary menu selected. Let's start with our number, and the email address, and the location. Great. Lastly, the social icons. I'll click to edit them. You can add more social icons if you want. Let's try TikTok, for example. Cool. Once you've set your icons, paste the links to your social media accounts here. So when a visitor clicks on a link, they'll be redirected to your social accounts pages. Okay, the kits in the kit library are designed and built by professional designers and web developers. They sometimes use widgets unconventionally. As an example, here, instead of using a heading widget, our title is displayed in the icon box widget. You'll learn how to use these workarounds yourself. Another tool I really like to use is the navigator. It's really useful for finding elements on the page. Okay, let's begin editing. I'll start with the text in this heading widget. Our social media consultant is based in London, so I'll paste this text here. Here in this icon box widget, I'll add our studio's name, Reborn. And the studio's main business is personal branding. Clicking on the image opens its settings. Next, I'll click to Change Image. Here, I can upload my own files. What I always prefer to do is upload all of my files at once. Okay, let's go with this one. All I have to do here is change the images. Maybe I'll make this image a little bit bigger. Okay, that's it. Moving on, here's our business bio section. Let's edit this heading widget to display her name, Zoe Nisha Jones. She's a London-based social media consultant. I'll add some About Me text here. Let's change the image here as well. We can use this one. Here we can see that the color is gray, so it's not from our global settings. Let's see where it's coming from. As you can see, Box Shadow is activated. How did I know? You can tell it's active because the pencil icon is colored. So I'll just paste the hex code here instead. There, done. Here we'll display our most successful clients. Let's see. I want to add a small tagline here. And you know what I'll do? I'll break this into 2 lines of text. Under the Advanced tab, you'll find the Width setting. Default takes up the whole space. And Custom will let you define your own width. I like it, but I want to center it. This section shows an image of a couple, their initials and wedding dates. Can you see the cool on-hover effect? This is the Flipbox widget. The Flipbox widget lets you add content to the front and the back. And we can see that the image is embedded in the background. Let me remove it and add an image of a client, like so. And this text is coming from the back. Let's change it. Our client's name is Sophie Norberg, and she's a backpacker with a lot of followers. Finally, if I want to change this background color to orange, for example, I can do it here. Now I want to separate the traveler and the followers into two separate lines. So I'll click the Style tab, and under Back, I'll increase the padding values from both sides. I'll change it to percentage, 26%. We've already made this one our own. The best way to edit the other two is to delete them. You'll now see that the one is taking the whole space. But let's right-click, duplicate. And all we have to do is update the content. Now, to our last section, kind words, I'll keep it as is and only update the names and the text like so. The next section, well, we don't really need it, so let's delete it. Next, the Get in Touch. Let's change it from Roberta to Zoe. This is it for today. You're now ready to keep editing your website with the skills you learned. Click the link appearing now to join me for a more detailed tutorial. Stay tuned for new content by subscribing and hitting the bell. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.